The wheel of time turns and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Welcome to Dragonmount. I'm Kathy Campbell, and it's just me. Well, sort of. In a little bit, you will get to hear the interview that I was lucky enough to have with our very own Loial. Hammed Animashaun spent 10 glorious minutes with us earlier this month before the series was finished, and I got to ask some really fun questions. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this interview. Hopefully, we will be bringing you some more. I know for sure we will have Taylor Napier here next week. And especially stick around for the very last question, the same question that I asked him in London when we met at the Blue Carpet premiere earlier in November. I hope you enjoy.
First off, thank you so much for having this time with us. We're so excited. You're a glory to the builders, as they say. Everyone online is saying how you are just the perfect embodiment of Loial. And I would love to know a little bit more about the process of getting into character. Is there something that really just brings Loial out of your personal self?
Yes. So once I have everything on, the last thing I put on are the hands. I've got my bodysuit on. I have the prosthetics. I have the hair, everything. I have the shoes, and I put the teeth in. But the last thing I put on is the hands, because they're the final things I put. Because one, they are quite uncomfortable, but two, it allows me. It literally, I can't really do much with them. My mobility completely changes because of the weight, because of the size, everything kind of, my whole body changes. So it's kind of the things that I need in order for myself to sort of become Loial is the hand, because then I can sort of do the things that I can do. Because when I don't have the hands, it's weird. It's I just can't really function. It's so weird. But yeah, the hands are the ones that really, say it off.
Solidify that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How does that affect your voice then? How does that change? Like, because your voice is it's obviously different than your normal speaking voice, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so perfect.
Oh,
Do
thank
you
you.
do any exercises to kind of warm up that vocal tone,
Yes.
or
Yeah, I do. So every morning when I'm filming, I'll wake up maybe like an hour or so before I get picked up or whatever. And then I'll do probably like half an hour of vocal exercises. Then when I get to set, I'll work with Naomi, who is the dialect coach, voice coach on the show. And then we'll do some voice exercises just to warm up my vocal cords, just so, because I know it's going to be a long day and I have to say quite a few things. So yeah, I do a lot of vocal exercises. But also, it's not all just me, like the editing team do an amazing job as well to make me sound even more like Loial. So I did have a a sort of sound in my head of what Loial wanted to sound like. And I also read like the description of Loial in the books as well, of how he sounds and all that stuff. I took that and I sat with it, but I also wanted to create my own interpretation of what Loial might sound like as well. So that was very important for me to make it my own.
yeah,
That was very important to me.
absolutely. Well, I mean, we think you've nailed it clearly.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm so happy that you have made Loial your own and just kind of owned that character.
Yeah.
Outside of your own character,
hmm
which character from the show do you enjoy most, whether you get to have scenes with them or not? And why is it just so magical to see?
Um, I think Lan. Um, Lan's just, there's so much going on, but there's nothing. I don't know how Daniel does it. You know what, right? I'll be on set with Daniel and then we'll do a take or whatever, and I don't know how he does it, but I'm just in awe of him. I'm in awe of all of them, but there's something that Daniel does sometimes. I just watch it. I've been a fan of Daniel for a long time. So like working with him, I've been a fan of all of them, to be honest. But like working with Daniel was like, was a huge thing. So yeah, just watching him work, I was like, I don't know how you do that. And then watching it come up on screen is incredible. I mean, the last episode was just, I mean, I was just like, I don't know how he did that. I don't know how any of them did that. But yeah, he's great. They're all great. But yeah, I think Lan is the character I'd much like to try out.
That's amazing. I'm sure they're thinking the same thing about you with all of the prosthetics and the hands and the feet and all of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're not, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so remind me again, how far into the books have you read?
Up to the Great Hunt.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a scene in those two books or in those books that you've read that you are really excited to come on the show, that you, if you had control and you're like, I want to write this scene, maybe obviously we don't know what's going to happen on the show, but is there something in there that you're so excited to kind of see on screen?
I am gonna omit because I don't want to say anything that might ruin, because I know what I'm like. I'll say the wrong thing, and then I get in trouble, or someone will get in trouble, and I don't want anyone to get in trouble.
I get it. I was trying to keep it open enough, but that's fine. The Amazon eyes are watching.
I'm gonna omit. So yeah.
Okay, so one of Loial's defining characteristics is this gentle nature inside of such a physically imposing body. How do you relate to that? And how does that approach change in how his physical mannerisms and how you move?
It's funny because so I've always been quite a big guy growing up. I mean, I'm the smallest of three boys. My younger brothers, they're both 7 feet tall.
Wow.
And we're almost 7 feet tall. So I'm the smallest. So we've all kind of grown up with like my brothers are the epitome. They are the definition of gentle giants. So it's those things of like, you know, we be walking down the street and people might stare or be a bit scared, but like they're far from that. They're the most gentle, the kindest people in the world. So it was like, I think I related with him in terms of the sort of the first impression sort of thing. It can be hard sometimes, but what I love about Loial is that he doesn't let it get to him too much. He kind of just, you know, it upset him, but then he moves on. And it's that thing of like, it upset him, but I'll help you, you know? And I just love that sort of thing about Loial, where it's just like, you know, they were shouting at me and doing all those things and it upset me, but it's okay. You know? And it's just that thing of like, he just wants to appease everybody, just wants everyone to be happy, which I love about him.
That's absolutely wonderful. So one final question. When we met in London, Jason and I asked you a question and the answer was no at the time. So for these interviews, I'm going to ask you again.
Okay.
Do you have any books in your pockets?
No, I don't. I was going to, you know what? I was like, yeah, I do. And I was like, oh, like, your iPhone's a book, right? But I can't. That's a cop-out. I can't do that. Next time. I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to it. Next time, I'll have a book in my pocket just for you guys. Just for
us. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I hope the rest of your day is just easy and simple and smooth, and you get to find a lot of joy in it.
Oh, bless you. You too. Stay safe.
Yes, you as well. Thank you so much.
And that's that. I hope you enjoyed this interview. If you would like access to the fully unedited version, feel free to join us at patreon.com/Dragonmount. Hang out with us at dragonmount.com, where you can find articles and blog posts about this entire first season of The Wheel of Time, as well as so many other deep dives and goodies. Visit all of our social media. You can find us at Dragonmount, except for Instagram. We are at Dragonmount_. And make sure to check out our YouTube channel. We have a variety of YouTube videos, all sorts of things that you can enjoy, including some recipes that have been created and put together by our very own Kitty Rallo, who is a trained chef. So please enjoy. We hope you have an absolute incredible start to the year. And this is not the ending, but it is an ending.